Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the first episode of my next series, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Originally, I was not intending to do this series so early. I was going to take a little break from Danganronpa for murder mystery games, but apparently the forces above don't want me to have that break. They don't want me to play Cory in the House, the original game I was going to test out. Oh yes, that was going to be fun, just Cory in the House. I have the 3 episodes that I recorded, at least 2.5. But I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. I'm literally recording this like a mere hour or so after that whole ordeal when I was thinking about just what I should be doing. But anyways, I digress. This series is going to be quite different from my Danganronpa playthroughs, because unlike those games where I was going in completely blind, I didn't know what was happening. I actually am very well versed in the Ace Attorney's plotline, characters, and cases. So really, I know everything that happened in the series. I know all the characters. So really, just the only things I'm going to really struggle with are more fine-tuned things, like where to exactly find certain exact places to search, and the certain where to go in the cross-examination. But I know all the sequence of events and the like. So that will at least be different. Anyways, let's move on. Start a new game. Episode 1, the first turnabout. All these cases have turnabout in them. Anyways, yeah, your first sight, just dripping blood. And mind you, this is red blood. Yes, I'm going to be doing voices for this one as well. Yeah, that's one of your first sights, just blood. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I'm only the first villain in the first case. I look like a pansy. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. That guy that no one likes. I'll make it look like he did it. No one will ever believe Larry Butts is innocent. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Funny thing, I don't have a headcanon voice for Mia, or at least my headcanon voice I cannot do. So I'm just going to be basically giving Mia the Kiss of Death voice. I'm going to be giving her the Kayate/Chiaki voice. Pretty much everyone who has this voice dies. Oh, did I spoil that? Sorry. Well, really, it's not really a spoiler. I mean, Mia's here, and then the next second she's gone. She dies. They don't even try to make it dramatic of who killed me. It's just like, oh, here's her killer's name, and here's a creepy look of his face. You're gonna be getting that later. Oh, hiya, Chief.
Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
But it's so weird after years of writing Ace Attorney fanfiction, I'm now playing the games for you guys, just full circle, just going back to the game series where it pretty much all started.
It says a lot about you and your client as well.
Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
For Phoenix, that is a very unfortunate fact. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Yes. Just remember that. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me. I
want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Yes, for those of you who don't realize, my Kazuichi voice was actually based off Larry Butts.
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die.
I could do the voice, I could do it, but it would just destroy me on the inside. Yeah. Nick! Yes, behold Larry Butts. You will be seeing a lot of him. And typically in these scenarios. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What's wrong, Larry? Everything. This is Larry we're talking about. Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspaper says it was you. Hopefully this game doesn't freeze on me. My name is Phoenix Wright. But then again, I did play Ace Attorney Investigations 2 on this emulator, and it worked out pretty fine. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment with red blood. That's how you really know things are really getting serious. No pink Pepto-Bismol blood. This is red blood. Crimson red. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. And then meanwhile, just in a corner, Edgeworth is crying. He's just sensing it. He's in his limo sipping his tea and just all of a sudden he gets this twinge. He's like, I have a feeling that Wright is favoring Larry over me. I just want to say, when something smells, it's usually the butts. But wait a minute, for those of you who haven't played this game, you don't know Edgeworth. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. Yeah, Phoenix has known Larry since he was 3. I'm sorry, just, yeah. Sorry, just have to make sure. Just, you can go into the court menu, see the court age, 23, yeah. Yeah, Phoenix has known Larry since he was 1 year old. That's something you need to remember. Larry and Phoenix were BFFs since they were in diapers. They were in the playpen and Larry was messing stuff up. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Though in everyone's defense, Larry doesn't make himself look better. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor!
Yeah, Winston Penny's getting the screechy voice, alright. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. That and what I'm feeling today. It's a coin toss for you, Wright. It's a coin toss. I could be feeling happy. I could be feeling angry. You don't believe in love? I will kick your ass. Really, love is my passion. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. And it's pretty much the only trials I handle, literally. I handled, a stolen urn and a lawsuit over a weird orb, just 2 cases, not murder related. It's amazing, really. I hope your client can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. The judge, you will learn that this guy is one to talk. He's one to gauge people of their competency. Yes, Your Honor. And shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. You know what? People always say Larry Butts. I'm gonna do Mia. The, defendant. I know it's Larry, but I want to see what this is. This is exploration, and plus no one really shows these sort of things.
Wrong, Wright. Looks like I have to leave. I have to go home. I'm expecting a delivery.
Oh, come on, Chief. There's no need to be going so soon, is there?
Right. Listen, the defendant is the one on trial, your client. I mean, that's about as basic as you can get.
I put my foot in this time. I gotta relax. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask you once more. Please state the name of the defendant. Phoenix! The defendant is me, right?
Right! Have you completely lost your mind? Focus! Oh my gosh! Why am I even doing this? The defendant is the person on trial! You're his lawyer!
Oh yeah, right.
This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you?
Maybe. Really, half the time we don't even know if Phoenix passed the bar. I think Phoenix just bluffed his way through the bar, just like how he bluffs his way through every trial. Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask you once more. The defendant. Larry. The defendant. Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Press the R button to check the court record. This will give you evidence and just and then press the R again to get profiles. This will tell you ages. This is pretty much the basis of the Ace Attorney timeline, just these character ages, funny enough. Yes, Winston Payne, 52. Cindy Stone, she's the victim. Larry. And Mia. Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name! And though, to be honest, this is actually a step up from the first time I met you.
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button or press the R button at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Mia Fey! Mia Fey?
What? How can I be the victim? That's not till next chapter, right?
Oh, right. Sorry. It was the first name that popped in my head, and...
The court record button. Remember to use it when you are in a pinch.
Let me ask that once again. Let's hear your answer. Cindy Stone. Okay. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Surprisingly enough, Cindy is actually one of the few non-pun names in the series. That's not until next chapter 2. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Yes, she was strangled. She got gaunted. Ganta came in with the toilet paper. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. Once again, autopsy report. This time, though, the autopsy report actually does something. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Have a cookie. Thank you, Your Honor, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor!
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker! It was found lying on the floor next to the victim!
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Bad pressing and bluffing. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. This is my thing. I call defendants to the stand all the time.
Chief, what should I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate.
This is Larry. He will accomplish just that. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Yeah, just look at that face. Larry's got this, just that little twitch. I'm unstable.
Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my clone calls or see me. Ever. Just look at that twitch. You know Larry's got this. What's it to you anyways?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean as a breakup. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Oh, yippee, the sound is glitching. Yay. The glories of my ROMs, mind you. I'm not buying the trilogy. I'm not buying the new Trilogy HD remake. I'm not spending $30 on it. I am frugal. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. I mean, for God's sake, she had low standards. She had poor decision making. She was dating Larry Butts, for crying out loud. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Like the judge. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. She was a whore. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you wanted him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering to do the world a favor? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case.
Oh!
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone!
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question! You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
And before you ask why I'm making Winston's voice so screechy and unbearable, that's because that's the direction they were going with. You'll hear by his objection. Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Stop him from answering! Stop Larry from answering always! I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, it's like this. I don't remember. That is actually pretty honest, considering this is Larry.
You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. With brute force, where's my belt?
I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness?
The murderer, of course, because this is my trial. And I always bring the murderers to court. The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sword to the stand.
Yes, behold, the first pun name of the series. The first of many, many, many pun names. And as you see, Winston, he just always brings the murderer to court, literally. Like, you can say what you want about the other prosecutors in the series being so much better than him, but Winston, he actually gets the murderers in court. Literally, every time Winston prosecutes a case, the murderer is always his main witness. Same with his brother. It runs in the family. It's their curse and their blessing.
Mr. Dog, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Salt, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. And now we're going into the first cross-examination of the series. This is the bread and butter. With Danganronpa, we had non-stop debates. In this game, we have testimonies that go at your own pace. Unfortunately, it is exceedingly open-ended, so that's the only trade-off, really.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. And I resemble the Happy Mask salesman.
Literally, he looks like the Happy Mask salesman. Just put that laugh on him.
You had a bad fate. You experienced a bad fate, haven't you?
Larry, why did you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. You could tell that this was Phoenix's greenhorn years because, like, literally just Frank saw it as a formidable witness to him. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright. Seriously, Phoenix, how'd you pass the effing bar exam? How do you not know what a cross-examination is? It was like question number 1. Alright, right. This is the deal. This is it. This is the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you're supposed to lie, to expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying? Yes, Phoenix, because that was the face of honesty.
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You want the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction there. First, find contradictions between the court records and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Touch the court record button and point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Yes, you get that epic zoom in on the eyes. And another good tactic is, Mia doesn't tell you this in this trial, but press. L button is how you press if you don't want to use the touchscreen. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him.
I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time.
So typical Larry.
Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. You're the one to talk about conjecture, Phoenix.
Of course, what the witness saw means nothing. What the witness means is that the man he saw looks suspicious, and CzarThwomp, you're messing my lines up. I know I'm forgettable, but jeez. So what happened next? I thought he might be in a hurry, because he left the door halfway open behind him.
When in doubt, press. Press. Half open, you say?
Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought.
Oh, before you ask, the Ace Attorney series in the Japanese version takes place in Tokyo. However, in the North American version, it takes place in Los Angeles. Yeah, Ace Attorney likes to do localization, which has split the fan base somewhat, but I personally like the localization. It makes things easier for me in general.
I see, and what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did Pain cut him off so quickly?
So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere.
I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next?
I coiled in fright and found myself unable to go inside.
Yes, you can press all the things. I'm just showing you just this tactic. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes, I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
You thought to call the police? Does that mean you actually didn't call them?
Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
The phone in her apartment wasn't working?
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using it to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there were no answers at the nearby apartments.
Alright, what time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Basically, I'm just gonna stop that tutorial and just show you this. Look at her thing. 4 to 5. That's when you press them. I wanted to show you like what it's like to do the regular press. I only do that for other certain clients, but for the most part, I'm just gonna go through. You found the buy at 1 p.m. Are you sure? We'll answer that next time. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're great. You and hope you come back for the next one. Like the video, like, subscribe, comment, show you wherever you want. With that, I'll see you later. Bye.